Your eye color was decided before you were born, before your first breath, before your first thought. Your genome had already written the instructions, and what it wrote tells a story that goes far deeper than aesthetics. Here is something most people never hear. The same genes that paint your iris also influence your pain tolerance, your alcohol sensitivity, your risk for certain diseases, and possibly even your personality under stress. A landmark analysis drawing on data from multiple university genetics programs confirmed that eye color is not a cosmetic accident. It is a biological signature. In the next few minutes, I will break down what your eye color actually reflects about your neurology, your ancestry, your health risks, and the hidden biology running quietly beneath the surface of every glance in the mirror. But first, if you want more videos that cut through the noise and give you the real science behind your own body, subscribe to Body Decoded right now. Hit the bell, because this channel does not repeat what everyone else is already saying. Now, let us start at the beginning, because to understand what your eye color means, you first need to understand what it actually is. Your iris is not painted, it is built. Think of melanin, the pigment responsible for eye color, like a dimmer switch in a very old house. The same switch controls the lights in your skin, your hair, and your eyes simultaneously. Turn it high, and you get dark brown. Turn it low, and you get blue or gray. Set it somewhere in the middle, and you get green, hazel, or amber. The gene primarily responsible for this switch is called OCA2, and it sits on chromosome 15 alongside dozens of other genes that influence neurology, metabolism, and cellular behavior. Your eye color is not a solo performance. It is the most visible note in a much larger biological chord. Brown eye. This is the oldest eye color on the planet, carried by roughly 70 to 79% of the global population. If your eyes are brown, your melanin production is running at full capacity. And that melanin is not just sitting there looking decorative. It is absorbing light, protecting your retinal cells from UV damage, and according to research published in ophthalmology journals, giving you a statistically lower risk of age-related macular degeneration. Your eyes are built for endurance. But here is the twisted irony. That same dense pigmentation that shields your retina also makes your pupils harder to examine under low light. Doctors performing standard eye pressure screenings and glaucoma checks sometimes get less precise readings in heavily pigmented eyes. Your biology built you a shield and then quietly made the shield harder to inspect from the outside. The takeaway? If you have brown eyes, your UV protection is exceptional. But your eye pressure should be monitored more carefully as you age. Blue eyes. Every single person alive today with blue eyes shares one common ancestor. That is not mythology. That is genetics. A study from the University of Copenhagen traced all blue-eyed individuals to a single genetic mutation that occurred somewhere between 6,000 and 10,000 years ago near the Black Sea. Before that mutation, every human had brown eyes. Blue eyes are, biologically speaking, a malfunction that turned into a feature. The low melanin in blue eyes means more light penetrates the iris, which is why blue-eyed people are significantly more sensitive to bright light and more prone to photophobia. But here is what almost no one tells you. Research suggests that people with blue eyes may have a higher pain threshold in certain clinical scenarios, particularly during childbirth and post-surgical recovery. Scientists believe this connects back to the same genetic region that governs melanin production and dopamine regulation. Your pain biology and your eye color are reading from the same page of the instruction manual. The takeaway? Protect your blue eyes from UV relentlessly, because your natural shield is thin. Green eyes. The rarest of the common colors. Fewer than 2% of people worldwide have genuinely green eyes, and the biology behind them is one of the most complex pigment stories in the human genome. Green eyes occur when low melanin combines with a phenomenon called Rayleigh scattering, the same optical effect that makes the sky look blue. Your iris is not producing green pigment. It is bending light in a way that your brain interprets as green. You are, in a very literal sense, a biological optical illusion. Research has linked green eyes to higher sensitivity to certain medications, particularly those affecting the central nervous system. Some studies indicate that green-eyed individuals report higher rates of anxiety sensitivity compared to brown-eyed counterparts. Whether this is causal or simply correlated through shared genetic architecture is still being studied. But the connection between iris pigmentation and neurological reactivity is real, documented, and worth knowing. The takeaway: your green eyes are a product of light physics and genetics working together in a rare combination, and your nervous system may be wired with unusual sensitivity. Hazel and amber eyes. These are the chameleons. Hazel eyes shift in appearance depending on lighting, surrounding colors, and even your emotional state, because pupil dilation changes how light interacts with your iris pigment. Amber eyes carry a warm golden tone caused by a pigment called pheomelanin, the same pigment responsible for red hair. If your eyes are hazel or amber, your melanin distribution is uneven across the iris layers, creating a biological gradient that is genuinely unique to you. Research suggests that hazel-eyed individuals may sit at an interesting midpoint in several health metrics, including alcohol sensitivity and light sensitivity, inheriting partial traits from both the high melanin and low melanin ends of the spectrum. Think of it as biological negotiation. Your genome could not quite decide, and the result is an eye that keeps changing its mind. The takeaway? Hazel and amber eyes are among the most genetically complex, and their variability reflects real underlying differences in how your body processes light, chemistry, and stress. So what do you do with all of this? First, know your baseline. Regardless of your eye color, get a full dilated eye exam every 2 years after the age of 40. If you have blue or green eyes, wear UV-blocking sunglasses every time you are outdoors, not just on beach days. UV damage accumulates silently for decades before it shows up as vision loss. If you have brown eyes, ask your doctor specifically about intraocular pressure during routine checkups. If you are fair-skinned with light eyes and notice unusual sensitivity to pain medications or anesthesia, mention it before any procedure. These are not dramatic interventions. They are small calibrations that your biology is quietly asking for. Your eye color is not destiny, but it is data. It is your genome leaving a visible fingerprint on the surface of your face, and that fingerprint connects to systems running deep inside you. The color of your iris is the most public thing about your most private biology. You did not choose your eyes, but now you know what they are trying to tell you, and that knowledge belongs to you. Drop your eye color in the comments below. Brown, blue, green, hazel, amber, something in between. Tell us if any of this matched what you already knew about yourself. And if this video changed how you see yourself, literally, subscribe to Body Decoded. The best video for your body is the next one. Your body is the next one.